All right, let's get this show on the road. Another cold start. Man, I've been cold starting in all my videos. Go, baby. Let this FCT load up. We'll be on our way. Hope you guys are having a great rest of your day, start your day, whatever time it may be. And in this video, I'm helping you guys out. I'll be going over the top 5 best performance mods you can buy for under $1,000, man. These are going to be the mods you should have on every single 99 to 04 New Edge Mustang if you are starting out, you know, modifying your car for the first time. Now, I'm going to specifically have all these mods in this vid under $1,000. Why is this person tailgating me? Just go around. There's plenty of... There you go. You're looking at me like I'm weird. Ooh! Little 2020 GT 500 track pack. That shit crazy. Looks good. But like I said, these are going to be the top 5 best mods that you should pick up if you're first starting out to modify your car. So if this video does help you guys out and you want to see more of this style of content as opposed to the hard pulls, the racing, you know, going to the, you know, meets and whatnot, make sure you guys drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, and turn those post notifications. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have the entire video POV style. I might go ahead and hook up the other angle for this, so like I'm just talking to you guys. But for right now, you know what I'm saying, we're going to just do a POV. Now, excuse the clutch rattle. I need to replace my cable, or honestly the whole clutch in general. Still putting in work, but let's go ahead and start off the top 5. Now, this is going to be, first mod is going to be very important if you have a manual New Edge Mustang, which I feel like a lot of us do. Nothing wrong with having an automatic manual. Well, automatic manual. Nothing wrong with having an automatic New Edge Mustang, but I feel like most people who are modifying their New Edges, they have manuals because this is probably their first V8, and on top of that, their first manual, or a mixture of both. Their first manual V8, which a New Edge Mustang was my first manual V8. Now, the first thing you should do is you should get rid of the stock shifter, and you need to get yourself a short throw shifter immediately. That's going to be one of the first mods you should do. Honestly, if you can, if you already have a car lined up, if you already, you know, are itching to modify your car and you have not picked it up yet, and it does not come with a short throw shifter, I would buy that before you buy the car. So after you pick it up, drive it home, the first thing you can do is swap it out. Now, I do recommend picking up 1 or 2 short throw shifters, man. You can either go with the classic MGW, which is amazing. That's what I have. I actually have the first gen MGW in this car. I had a white New Edge that had the newer version. Both are amazing. Or you want to go with the Steeda Triac short throw shifter. Both are going to be good. I personally like the MGW a little bit more. It is a little bit more expensive, but I like the way the throws are. You can have the race, the standard, and the comfort handle. I like to run the race handle. I think that's going to be the most user-friendly, believe it or not. It's going to be the tightest throws, and at the same time, the car is just going to feel a lot better because the way the shifter is kind of placed in this car is kind of weird, coming from an S550, coming from a New Edge Vet 2. If you've driven a Vet, the shifter position in these 9904 cars cars are very, very, very weird. So having something that's tight, having something you can just effortlessly shift, you guys can see here, like I'm effortlessly shifting this. Again, I do excuse the clutch rattle. The MGW is going to be nice, but that Steeda Tri-X is also going to be a good option. You can pick both of these up for 200 to 250 bucks, even cheaper if you do go ahead and get it used. So I highly recommend you guys getting a short throw shifter as your first modification if you are looking at picking up, or if you already have a 99 to 04 New Edge Mustang that doesn't have one already. Now, the second modification I recommend you guys going ahead and doing, if the car does not come with your desired rear end gear, I highly recommend you guys going ahead and getting a set of rear end gears. Now, these are going to be a great modification if you are trying to make the car essentially feel faster than it already is, or if you do have plans on boosting the car or doing other, more expensive mods, you're already good to go. Now, my car has 355 rear end gears. I also had 410 gears at one point, and boosted 355 gears, I'll stand by this forever, are the best rear end gear ratio if you have the stock 3650 or if you have the stock T45 transmission. Now, if you guys are in A and maybe you're not planning on boosting your car anytime soon, I'm going to talk about, maybe within the next year and a half, 2 years, I recommend you guys actually getting shorter than 373 gears. 373 gears are going to be a good rear end gear ratio if you're looking for a little bit more acceleration and having the car feel a little bit more fun. If you already have 355 gear, whoa, what are you doing, good sir? Jesus Christ, people out here cannot drive today. If you have 355 gears, because these cars I believe come stock with 331s, the 373s are going to give you that extra oomph, but at the same time, you actually might like 355s. 355, 373s are going to be that window I recommend you guys staying within if you do have a manual 99 to 04 Mustang. Now, if you have an automatic 99 to 04 Mustang and you are NA, believe it or not, I recommend you guys going ahead and getting a set of 410 gears. Ooh, we got a Supra. I recommend you guys getting a set of 410 rear end gears, just because it is automatic. You know what I'm saying? You can, obviously, you're gonna be in that power band a little bit better with an auto, and down the line, if you do decide to do some more expensive modifications, introducing a stall, introducing boost, that 4 gear ratio is going to be getting the car moving out really, really nice. So if you have auto, go at 410s. If you have a manual 904 Mustang, I recommend you guys staying with the 355s or the 373s, especially if you are planning on going ahead and boosting the car. You are going to love it. 355s, I love this setup with this car. I'm able to hit roughly 140, revving it all the way out in 4th gear. So if you are, looking for a street car and you're putting down some power, around 450 plus, this car makes around 600 horsepower. So being able to, essentially do a 60 to 130 with only 1 gear change, amazing. That's something that I, really like the 355 gears for. So if you're trying to set up a car similar, Century blower, turbo, and you are looking for a street car setup, 355s, 373s are going to be amazing. So I highly recommend you guys going ahead and doing that as one of your first mods if the car does not come with your dude. That is the 3rd time today somebody has almost hit me. Oh my goodness. If the car does not come with your desired rear end gear ratio. Give you guys some downshifts and some clutch chatter. I do apologize for that. Woo! But if you know, you know. That stuff is not cheap to replace, and you got to do it the right way, otherwise you're going to be doing it again. All right, now speaking of nice noise, let's talk about the 3rd modification that you guys should be doing to your 99 to 04 Mustang. guys go first, because some of these guys out here today are just not, they're not paying attention. Give you guys a little bit of acceleration. Not gonna go too crazy. Spun a little bit there, but woo! Now, as I was saying, man, my clutch is going crazy right now. I'm going to be putting you on the third modification you should be doing to your 99-04 Mustang, which is going to be an off-road mid-pipe. Now, if you guys are looking for an off-road H-pipe or an off-road X-pipe to increase the horsepower of your car, but you don't want to be breaking the bank, because some of these X-pipes are going for like, you know, $700-800 bucks, which is kind of ridiculous for a 99-04 Mustang, I'm not going to lie. I want you guys to look up LAR Performance. Now, I'm not going to put a link to this. I'm not going to put a screenshot like I have been for obvious reasons. If you know, you know. I want you to type in LAR Performance. Literally, they have off-road X pipes, off-road H pipes, depending on what type of sound you want, for 250 bucks, y'all. Hit them up. You're going to be able to get a bump in horsepower. And also, they have the H pipes or the X pipes spec'd out for whatever current exhaust manifolds you have. So if you have the shorty headers, you got the stock headers, you got a set of long tube headers, which I'm not going to include in this video because those can get over $1,000 bucks. They got the off-road pipes for whatever configuration you have, which is super convenient. That's what I actually got on my white car. This car already came with an off-road pipe, but when I do go ahead and get some different long tube headers on this car, eventually, you best believe, I will be getting, you know, a mid-pipe from LAR Performance, so I can save myself quite literally $500, $600, $700 bucks. So that's going to be a huge modification I recommend you guys going ahead and doing if you have not already. If you were thinking about buying an X pipe or an H pipe, but you didn't want to spend $500, $600, $700 bucks for, you know, one that you're gonna have to cut off the cats, I just saved you some money. So if you do hit them up, make sure to let them know that I sent you, and drop a like the video and subscribe to the channel for that, man. You know, whenever I can save you guys a couple $100 bucks, you know what I'm saying, I think that's worth the like. So make sure you guys check out LAR. They got the goods, and you'll save yourself a lot of money, So that's going to be the third modification I recommend you guys going ahead and picking up if you have a 99-04 Mustang. Now, as you guys can see, we are pulled over, and that's because we're going to be going over the fourth modification I recommend you guys doing, and that's going to be an exhaust setup of your choice. Now, I do understand some of these exhaust setups can get crazy expensive. Some of them are over $1,000, but there are a lot of good options you guys can pick up between the $500 to $700 price range. Car's dirty right now, but it was raining, and this is my daily, believe it or not. Hella dirty. Needs a hood, but he puts out. You gotta hear the fuel pump too. I think the fan's kicking in, so it's gonna start chopping a little bit different, but dot, 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 dot. Woo! Oh no, the fan not kicking in yet. But as far as an exhaust setup goes, my setup literally is just long tube headers, off-road X pipe, and dumps. That's it. I don't even have an exhaust in this car, but I've had Borla attacks before. I've had the MagnaFlow Magna packs. Both sound amazing. Borla attacks are kind of on the expensive side. MagnaFlows are also kind of, you know, they're getting up there. They're about like $800 bucks, but the SOP loudmouths, you know, they'll sound pretty good. The Stingers, I don't think the Stingers are above $1,000. They could be. They could have went up like crazy. But considering the fact that it is the holiday season, as I'm making this video right now, and typically from, they might hook up a deal and you might be able to get it for under $1,000. So I do recommend picking up an exhaust. The stock exhaust is really restrictive, so if you're trying to go ahead and get some free horsepower, not really free horsepower, but if you're trying to go ahead and get some horsepower increased and have the car sound nice at the same time without needing a tune, I do recommend you guys going ahead and getting yourself a set, or I should say not really a set, getting yourself a nice exhaust. The fan just kicked in. Let me go ahead and give you guys another sound of this car. And then finally, for the fifth and final modification you guys should do that's under $1,000 is I highly recommend you guys going ahead and getting yourself some new rear tires, man. I have Toyo Proxy TQs. These so far have been some of the absolute best tires I've ever ran on a vehicle. My car makes 600 horsepower and these tires hook up. They only have trouble at a 40 roll in second gear, you know, when it gets cooler out. So obviously 50 degrees, it's technically a radial. You are gonna have trouble with these tires at that temperature from that type of roll, but for the most part, 60 and up in third gear. And the best thing about these tires is they are quiet, they last, and they actually are pretty good in the rain, man. I've taken these out multiple times in the rain, and there was not one instance that I felt like I was not in control of the car. Now, obviously, in the rain, traction is going to be an issue. You shouldn't be doing any type of pulls, but I did do a field test where I did kind of roll into it. Instead of the car like fishtailing out, you know what I'm saying, it just gets all crazy. The car spins straight with these tires, which is actually really, really nice. Now, obviously not nice spinning in, you know, wet weather, but as far as trying to be in control of your vehicle, I'd rather have the car spin straight than, you know, fishtailing all over the place. So I highly recommend picking up these tires. They are really nice. They're affordable. They're cheaper than the Mickey Thompson ET Street SS's. They're cheaper than the Pilot Sport 4S's. They're cheaper than the R888Rs. They're cheaper than like 99% of the other like name brand. Toyo is a name brand, but you guys know, cheaper than a lot of the other name brand stereotypical tires that a lot of, you know, higher horsepower or people who are looking to hook up on the street are running. But as you guys can see here, they look like the Mickey Thompsons. I have Mickey Thompsons on my GT350. They look exactly like the Mickey Thompsons. I got 315 3517s on the car right now, and these work out really well, like really, really well. In the front, I got Netto NT555 G2s, which are also some really, really affordable tires. They're dirt cheap tires. But for the rear, I got these Toyo Proxy TQs that I'm really, really happy with. Again, the car is super dirty because it was raining. Kind of proves to you how how much I kind of trust these. But for the most part, there are some rock solid tires, and really happy with them, man. Cheap. You can get the rears for like 500 bucks shipped in one day from Summit. Definitely recommend these tires if you have a 99-04 Mustang that's pushing some P, or if you just want something that can just hook and book for whatever setup you got, man. Definitely do not sleep on the Toyo TQs. A lot of people get twisted and think the R888Rs are the only Toyo Proxy tires that are good. That is not the case. So yeah, man, these are going to be the top 5 best performance modifications you can do to your 99-04 Mustang if you are looking to spend under $1,000. If this video does help you guys out and you end up picking up some of this stuff, let me know down in the comment section. And as always, drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications. Let me know if you guys like the style of this vid, kind of the POV drive where I do the tips and tricks. Or if you would like me to kind of do this, you know, just in the garage style. I think this is like the best way to do it because you get to, you know, see me drive the car, you get to hear the exhaust noises, and obviously be parked up, and, you know, I've showed the things that need to be shown, you know, obviously when I can't, you know, drive the car and do everything at the same time. So I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.